shot. I know you wanted more. Show me.
All right, race fans, we're back here tonight, man. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series, Atlanta. Yeah, hi, Atlanta. They call it Echo Park, but I like Atlanta a little bit better. Well, it's ought to be a good one tonight. We got some special things here. Qualifying just came concluded. We're in a warm up right now. Looks like Timothy Latham put him on the pole. Well, it's just, you know, it can be kind of a slick, fast style track. Let's see how these guys manage it tonight, but here's one thing about Atlanta, it's fast.
Yeah, it's definitely fast, and like you said, some call it Echo Park now, but I prefer Atlanta. This configuration we're running, definitely Atlanta. It's not Echo Park in the slightest. We're running 2008, and not quite the main super speedway-esque track you would see nowadays.
Yeah, I think this one's a little more abrasive, you know, maybe a little more bumpy at times and whatnot, so. But see how these guys, man, you know, pull it off here tonight. I mean, and it could be it could be tricky, but then again, it could be one of the tracks where, yeah, you know, I'm gonna still say momentum wise, but we'll have to see. And that's what I'm kind of getting at. It could be, you know, basically momentum track position style track. Then again, it could be kind of tricky for these guys.
Yeah, and tricky is the word. As you said, abrasive. This track kind of ate tires up last I remember, though. It might be different here on iRacing. I haven't ran much around OA Atlanta. I've been kind of working around what now I'd refer to as Echo Park, where we see that high banked super speedway almost. So I don't know exactly how it's going to be on tire wear here. But last I knew of, it was an abrasive track. Your tires just got eaten up.
Guys gonna like how to warm up here. Gonna do a little warm up lap in here tonight. Got Latham's the man's going pole, so good start for him here. Have you had any run-ins on this track? I know you said you run the other one, but like you, it's been a while since I've run this actual.
On iRacing, no. On console Heat 5, definitely a lot. It's one of my favorite tracks to run, at least.
Okay. Bet here, the guys are maybe going to line up, do some up style laps, see what the car's all about. Guess that's what they're kind of lined up there.
Yeah, waiting on race control to give them a few minutes, last words, and then they'll be off.
Tonight we've got 175 out here. Going to run. You got looks like 4 sets of tires. We're feeding on here, and
Interesting indeed. And then also tonight was a themed race as well. There was a favorite college. So
yeah, what's your favorite college?
I've got 2 right now. I've got 2, and I said it right now, but no, I've always had 2 for several years, which sucks because they also compete directly against each other. I got NC State and Clemson.
Okay, I got you. Really don't have a favorite college. I mean, We used to be big basketball back in the day, and we would UNC versus Duke, and I was always UNC fan. So I don't have like a favorite college college. More of a Bell guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, tonight, man, we mourn the tragic loss, man, of a great race car driver, man. Greg Biffle. Watched the news this past couple of days in Statesville, North Carolina, which is about 40 minutes from where I'm at. Fortunately, man, plane crash, man. He passed away along with us. Do a moment of silence, lap 16 for him here. Remember him, new to racing. You don't know who he is. Obviously, he's retired and started maybe watching it a year or two. But go look it up, man. Man, for Jack Rouse, many, many years. That's a great race. Great guy. He's doing a lot of humanitarian style work and whatnot. So, real tragedy, man. Loss. Time to lose any. So lost there for.
Yeah, I was going to say, great driver. I at least loved all his paint schemes. I thought all of them were nice, especially the 16 that he had. It wasn't the basic logo where it was like sharp lines or gentle curves. No, it was a little ragged and jagged. But beyond just him being on the track, he was a great humanitarian. Last year, whenever me out here in Western North Carolina, we got hit with Helene, which we did not expect, at least to that severity. He's a guy that came through for us and was helping run supplies beyond what just trucks could do, and was also helping organize search parties.
Yo, like I say, man, watched him throughout his career there. I say most of them, his whole career was with Jack Rouse. I
believe so.
I don't think he ran for another team. Not from my knowledge, anyways. Probably ran. Well, he did run the truck there for a while. I remember him running the trucks there for a while. Yeah, like I say, just hard loss. Well, Hammond's ran right now. It's going to put on top here for kind of a warm up. Out here just getting go for the track. It's just an open setup, so a lot of my knowledge as far as when it comes to iRacing on this track is going to be more for the fixed style setup. A lot changes when you bring in the open style setup and whatnot of how this track's going to, how a driver reacts to the track. Because, like we were talking about before, if the track is really eating the tires up, you kind of get a little bit of that out of it with the setup as opposed to with the fixed setup. What you got. You got to learn to drive it a little. Here you can kind of maybe adjust throughout the race, throughout pit stops, kind of see if you can get the car a little bit better. So, again, I'm with you. Like we said earlier, I think this is the one that really kind of abrasive. Looks like we're in a top lane pretty good right now, though. Really never known Atlanta to be a high top dominant track, but we'll have to see if the race goes on.
I think it just might be they're looking for different speeds right now and testing. I expect people to kind of maybe wrap the bottom a little bit more. Atlanta, even though it's this older configuration, still kind of a high-speed track to where that bottom can really benefit you in certain ways, just being the shortest way around. And also beyond that, the draft is also going to be a major part in it. Atlanta, yeah, it's a cookie cutter-esque style track, as we like to call it. Mile and a half tri-oval or quad-oval, whatever you want to call it. And so it's kind of similar to almost any other mile and a half track there is. But I just know the banking's a little bit steeper and the speed's just a little bit higher, as I think we saw Tucker wiggling there in front.
Yeah, I think they went with more though. What's the word I'm looking for? Something aggressive style turn. There's a word for it.
Aggressive?
I forgot what they. I don't know. Anyways, they did something to the turns to where it's more of a banking or something. It's the same thing they did with Bristol.
progressive banking where it
Yeah.
gets steeper the further up you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what the biggest difference maybe between the two actually good in there. I think that's part of the biggest difference between this one and that one is they kind of smoothed it out a lot, did that, style more bank and so forth. We'll just have to see how the race plays out here. Gardner has a nice. Oh yeah, Colt. Yeah, he's got a throwback to. I saw it a little bit ago. Yeah, the number 40. He's got a throwback to one of Greg's paint schemes. It's paint scheme. He obviously doesn't have the sponsor, but you can tell the paint scheme was back when one of the 16 in the pits right now. I don't know if it won't. He was out on track earlier there, and I saw him.
Meanwhile, colleges I've seen right there, middle of the screen. Who's that?
That is. Oh, there you go.
Yep, there
Georgia
we go.
Tech.
Georgia Tech, and then we've got the Indiana Hoosiers. I know I saw cousin Dave over there. He's running a Washington Huskies car. I saw Alabama out there.
Oh. We'll go through and look through some of them as the as the race goes on here, as we're getting set to let's grid them up here tonight. We're going to go racing Atlanta style here, folks. Hot Atlanta is what I'm going to call it here tonight. We got Timothy Latham going to start her out front. Boyle's going to be there in second. Shane Clore is going to start her in third. Chris Vincent's going to start fourth. Fantez there in fifth. Kalen Mitchell is going to start there in sixth. Thomas Kolmacheski there in the seventh. We got Brian Holloman. He's going to start eighth. Alexander Hammond's going to start in the ninth, and William Phillips there in the 10th. Michael Tucker up there in the 11th. Greg Carr starting there in the 12th. Look back here in the 13th spot. Kevin Zozak there. 14, Colton Gardner. 15, we got Chad Kibbe. 16, Dallas Carr. David Salter there in 17th. Joe Medina. Jose Medina, in 18th. Kyle Gerlach there in 19th. Art Nicotera, he's in the 20th. Brian Alphin up on the 21st. David Fuse, 22nd. Back here, 23rd spot, we've got J.P. Jones, Dylan Grusmacher right there in 24th. Dakota Jorgensen there in 25th. 26th is Chad Ginningsman. 27th, we got Ben Stevens, and then John Bender back in the 28th. So, and unusual back there with Grusmacher and Ginningsman in the back. So bad qualifying for them here tonight, but I mean, they got time to work their way through the field.
Yeah, there's always going to be time to work your way through the field. As we said, 195 laps. It's going to be a little fast. Hoping to see what we've seen the last two races, at least, where we've got nice long green flag runs where you just see the laps tick, 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 tick.
And again, I mean, I'm going off of the fixed setup, because I really don't know how much different it's going to be when we factor in the open style setups. When I say open setups, I mean they actually can have their own setups out here. So I don't really know how much that's going to factor in, and we'll have to see. And did they throw the yellow flag?
Don't think they just had it grouped up enough for the start.
All right, that's fine. I was wondering, because normally we don't see the yellow flag. So we're delayed start here for a lap or so, folks. And again, like a lap 16, we're going to, honor a little silence there, a lap of silence for, just fortunately passing away this week, plane crash, him and his family. It's bad that he passed away, but not only that is his wife and his kids there passed away with him too in the plane crash. It's always sad. I mean, it's always sad to lose a loved one, but maybe at least the legacy could live on through the kids or whatnot. In this case, it's all around really, really bad. Whole family was tough one, and I don't know had any other kids, because I mean he was married once before, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure on that side of where that stands.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't really know. Maybe somebody out there in the chat might know, or so forth. Nonetheless, lights off on the pace car. We're going racing tonight here, folks, man, and we're going to call this. They should have called this a holiday race, man, because we're at Christmas coming up here in the next couple of days, and I'm excited. I love Christmas time, favorite time of year, Pace cars in. We're going green. Latham up front, man. Going to bring this field to the green flag, and we are racing here in Atlanta. We're hit the start between all these guys. Right now, it's going to be side by side for the moment.
Yeah, and Boyle's going to have a great run on the outside, taking his Alabama machine right to the front. Latham just follows him behind him. No, he goes high.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing right now, that you got that little bit. I talked about momentum here. You see a couple of title in the back, but I think that momentum's going to play a factor back here. See, right now, everybody's just trying to get what they can get on the start. I think it's going to be a hard place to pass. If they get a long green flag run, that is. I think it might going to get harder to pass because this one, like what you mentioned earlier, doesn't tend to be more of the plate style racing that the newer style track produces. Here you will get kind of single file, and then you just start thinking about picking them off one by one, tire wear, et cetera, stuff like that.
And that's honestly sometimes the better racing. That will produce better racing, a better show, just because of the fact that, hey, it's not everybody's on top of each other every second. It's time calculated moves where you can see somebody just slowly pick their way up through the field to get to the front and maybe get that win.
And Vincent's trying to work on Boyles here, and this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about momentum, you know, you can just see it right there. Boyles on that top side, if he just bobbles just a little bit, he's going to lose it to Vincent there on the inside, but they're still side by side, both of them carrying the same speed, same momentum going through the turn. Now, Boyles, the good thing about Boyles tonight is, you know, we're used to seeing him having to come through the field. Tonight, he had a very good qualifying effort, and, you know, it's a win-win for him. Now he doesn't have to worry about trying to get through the field here. They kind of settled down up front. We'll go back here maybe about 13th where we get some more action.
Yeah, and 6 cars draped underneath the blanket. Top, as you said, the top couple kind of just single filed out. They're starting to just let it ride. And then you've got the middle cluster, I think is what I like to call it, because this is always where we see a lot of action throughout the races.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, man, we're getting that freight train going here now, but all the way back around about the 13th place spot. Oh, so that's Grusmacher right now trying to move through the field. He's up 6. He was talking about right there with Colton Gardner, and you can see in just the paint scheme he's got. Just throw back to the Greg Biffle, number 16 machine. I can't quite remember off the top of my head what sponsor that was.
Looks like the 3M car.
Okay, yeah, because he's got that, you know, the white and red on it. He was really known for that car right there. That paint scheme, known a lot. He ran it for a lot of years. Actually, that's about the only one I really know him on. I know he's probably run some other ones, but I can't remember some of the other ones that he did run.
The main one that comes to mind for me, at least, is the National Guard red, white, and blue.
That's
one
right,
that he ran. That's honestly one of my favorite cars. I had that diecast for so long and got mad whenever it got demolished.
That's right. I do remember that. And again, you know, it's been so long. I'm racing now for a while, a little bit. I mean, say a while, you know, it's probably 5 years or so, something like that. Seems like a while in racing terms.
In racing terms, yeah. But as you were talking about it, Genningsman, he's or not Genningsman, but Grusmacher, and then Genningsman was right behind him as well.
They're in 18.
They're slowly pulling their way up through the field after the poor qualifying they had.
And that's what, basically, I think what they're going to have to do now to get this thing spread to where it's single file. You can see right there, just going to work on them one by one and go through the field. That's actually Genningsman we're seeing right there. And Grusmacher up here in the front, he's up 9 and 14th spot. He's in that number 38 blue machine. So they see the guys, just work them over one by one, just kind of, you know, be patient, see what the other guys got, see what you've got. They don't want to get yourself in trouble. You still got time, a long way to go, but. And right now, man, Mitchell up front now. So they're trading off the lead up here. You got Boyles, who's falling to 3rd. Vincent there in 2nd. Holloman, he's hanging on to 4th. And I think this is just kind of a product of what we were talking about earlier of how the tires are working out.
Yeah, and you see they kind of all have, there's 3 main lines going, the top, the bottom, and the middle. And then some variation between them as well.
Yeah.
Kind of just running between the seams.
It's not, yeah, right here you can see these front guys running more of that kind of middle style lane, not all the way to the bottom, maybe just a car up or to the middle, not quite up against the wall. I guess that's where they've got these setups set and they feel really, comfortable. And it's kind of where if you don't want to, it's kind of counterintuitive a little bit. You would think that going high, you actually would save tires. Sometimes they say going high, you actually chew the tires up, and going low, you'd be better. And I'm like, and then sometimes they say it's vice versa. So you get kind of confused, almost like that cold track versus warm track. You never know in racing.
You don't know until you've ran it on all types of configurations.
Absolutely. It's a good solid battle here, man, tonight. We're going to lap 12 right now again, folks, man. The next couple laps, we're going to kind of just do a, kind of a really quick moment of silence here, man, lap 16. And Greg Biffle passing away in a crane, in a plane wreck this past week. So him and his family, just the unfortunate tragedy there. But Paul Mitchell out front leading right now. Got your favorite college. Let me hear who your favorite college is out there in the chat. If you got one, that is. I know he saying that you've who's the two you like State and Clemson?
NC State and Clemson.
I'll say UNC just to throw one out there. I'll say if I had to pick. I definitely not Duke. Anybody but how's that? I'll say it's
anybody
but
Duke.
Yeah, anybody but Duke. We'll say it that way. I know. It's almost like how I feel when I do NFL. Anybody but the Cowboys. I'm good, So
Anybody but Atlanta.
Oh, anybody but Atlanta? Okay, I got you. Mitchell's still in control of this one up front. He's kind of riding, heading a lap or so here, but got Benson right behind him. It's like so far so good. Everybody's just kind of being respectful and being just calm, cool, and collected. But folks, we're going to get set here, man, as Mitchell's coming around. I'm going to take this lap. Be truly dedicated to the man up there, Greg Biffle, who unfortunately lost his life, man, with his family and all. But we're going to come up here. We're going to go ahead, man, from this point on, and we're going to put a moment of silence for the man, Greg Biffle, out here tonight for the Spartan Racing League. Folks, like that, like we were saying before, just unfortunately, you see on the screen right there, 16th forever. He drove the number 16 car for Jack Rouse for many, many years. And Greg Biffle, good guy, doing a lot of humanitarian work after he retired from racing and so forth. Just unfortunate this past week in Statesville, North Carolina, just a plane crash, private plane. Went down, him and his family, unfortunately, passed away in it. So a loss to the racing scene there in the racing world, Greg Biffle. And we keep on in the memory of it. It's almost like we've had some other great ones in the past pass away. We keep on with great racing out here, and I know we're looking down, appreciating what's going on the track right now. Mitchell out front got a good lead. Boyle's trying to take that second place spot with Vincent. Looking strong so far.
Yeah, and Mitchell's just kind of got a nice gap, I would say, in front. I mean, it's not a massive one. It's only 0.4 of a second or so, but still good amount of cushion to the guys right there battling behind them. And I think I saw Mark Boyle say, "Go Alabama, roll Tide."
Yeah. And I do have a guy over here on Twitch that said he's a Blue Devils, and he said, "Wow." So he chimed in, I guess, right at the right time when I said anybody but Duke. Well, Blue Devil, hey, that's great. And we can see what college you like. There you go. So it is a college thing here. Actually, right now, since he's got a kind of single file, maybe we kind of look through the field here a little bit. And like there, Hoosiers. Let's go to the Hoosiers out there. See what Boys is running. He's running, you said, was the Alabama?
Crimson Tide, yeah.
Crimson Tide. Yep. To help me out on some of these. Some of them I don't know. Let's see. What's Harvard Clean? Who is that on?
Vincent, that's just his normal scheme.
Oh, well. Vincent ain't got one. He said heck with it. He ain't got one. Georgia Tech out here. All right. Who's he got? Team Connie just says, well, he's just going to keep Team Connie. Cole Macheski. He stayed with the Team Watson. Holloman.
Tennessee Vols.
Okay. Just Latham. He's got. That's Tampa. Look like Tampa.
No, that's the Buckeyes. That's Ohio State.
Oh, okay. But it looked like Tampa there for a minute, didn't it? Tucker's got. Well, he's got Elliott
He ain't got no one.
Yeah, he ain't got no one. Phillips out here. He's running Taylor Made. He's got his own sponsor. Gibby. Don't know what Trimble is, but good sponsor out there. Just running Chevy. Bruce Mocker, Team Connie again.
Team Connie.
Alex Carr. Don't know he's got a smiley face or whatever that is on his hood.
That's a shy guy on the hood.
Okay, well, he's a little shy. Carr's shy tonight. Jorgensen, well, he's running his
Dad. Still don't know what that is.
Body wash or something, probably. Gardner, good throwback to Drew Greg Biffle there. So that's a good throwback scheme. We were talking about that earlier. And good battle here with Gerlach and Ginnings. I mean, Ginnings is up there in that 79 who just went around him. He's a Reaper, but he does have a. No, it's just.
I think that just might be a logo for the company.
Okay. And then Bender. Oh, this looks like STP, you know?
Almost. That's what I think they were going for. Team Birdie Racing along with Sundrop.
Got Carr up on the top side. He looks like he's just running a normal logo. Then now we got another one right there. Who is that? Illinois
College.
Blue Boys, okay. And Nicotera got his advanced machine back here. Dave Fuge. Washington Boys.
Washington Huskies.
Okay. Alphin. Alphin still got his running man. Jose Medina. Wait. Is that Pacifica?
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Salter out here. Let's see what he's got on him. He's just got Team Watson. Zozak. He is Christmas Spirit. He's got the snowflakes and I like that Merry Christmas on the back. Okay, so he's in the holiday spirit. He says, yeah. He got Frosty on it. And then JP Jones. Appalachian Hillbilly.
Chillbilly.
Well, I just saw the hillbilly part. But there you go, folks. We're running down through some of the favorite tonight's. The theme is your favorite college out there. You can see some of these guys. Some are rocking, you know, they got their favorite ones. Some are out there in the air, not so much. Well, Blue Devil, I really don't have a favorite college, but if I did, it would be UNC. So, yeah, I hate it, man. Look, I like basketball, okay? I don't watch much college basketball, but there's only two games I will watch, and that is UNC versus Duke. There are two games in the season, and that's really it. Other than that, watch Golden State on or NFL. I don't know much about it, but I watch it. How's that? Mitchell out front still leading this thing pretty good right now. Lead, they're watching his lap times. It's pretty even lap times. I mean, throughout the field, kind of everybody's within. It's actually within a tenth or so, with way back to around about 19th place spot.
Yeah, and as I said, something I'd love to see is just them kind of ride it out, tick the laps off. That's kind of just what they're doing. Everybody's single filed out. You don't see a lot of guys right on top of each other. Just some smooth driving, and everybody's behave. I mean, there's a battle around 21st or so, but besides that, nobody truly on top of each other, at least from what I can see.
Now, you see right here, around about 6th place spots, about 8th or 9th. You got Holloman and Phillips kind of side by side. Holloman's going to try to take that lead away. This is kind of maybe what we were thinking. As long as the green flag goes, they're going to get spread out. It's going to get single file. This tends to be, as a green flag run goes, tends to be more probably like what we saw with the Auto Club race. Is it's going to get into tire management and how hard you want to run. Your setup's going to start mattering. You know, fuel mileage, stuff like that.
And honestly, I love to see it. I love a good fuel mileage race. Reports are they can go about 61 or so laps on a full tank of fuel. So they can stop about 3 times, stopping 3 times throughout the race, and they'll be fine.
Awesome. Right now, Holloman's back in the 10th, inches up to 9th. Who maybe is our hard charger. That's actually got to be Grusmacher and Jorgensen. Jorgensen up 11. Grusmacher up there in the 10th spot. So he's in 13. Jorgensen's up in the 15. And he's been falling a little bit. He's still up 5, but this is not too bad trying to come through the field. A couple guys up, 9 spots back there in the back. But it looks like Grusmacher's trying to slowly but surely. And we've seen him do this a couple times through the season. Because unfortunately had some bad luck later on in the race. But we've seen him do this, come through the field and kind of just, I feel like if he can get down that qualifying, almost like Boyles, he might be one to look out for.
I completely agree with you. Just watching us on board, he's calm, he's collected, and he's smooth with his inputs. So he's definitely feeling good, what I feel like in the cockpit.
Yeah, you can see they're not really working the wheel too much here. And you don't want to work it too much. You don't use a lot of brake at a track like this. Again, at a 1.5. Track's kind of similar to what a Charlotte, Texas is. You can see right there, it's probably just letting off of it. If you do use a brake, you just very, very slightly, maybe just to settle the car really quick. You maybe just dragging the brake, if anything. The only time I would really think you'd use it hard or anything like that is you run up on the back of a car, if you're in like maybe a side-by-side draft with someone. But where he's at right now, it's just pretty much just off and on, kind of just smooth on the throttle, so you can see him get right back on it. Going down the back stretch here, that wheel, he's not putting a lot of input into it at all.
No, he's not. And he's just eyes forward the whole time, looking at those 2-3 cars directly ahead of him. 2 almost side by side, the next place, 2-car fight for it, and that's just going to slowly bring him in which case he's got to figure out who he's going to want to go with.
Yep. All about the momentum here. They talk about oval racing as opposed to road racing. Road racing is all about hitting the apexes, hitting the turns, hitting good points and all that. A lot goes into it. Here in oval racing, it's all about how smooth you can be around this track. How well that car's hooked up to the track, tight, loose. Right now, you can see he looks pretty smooth. Trying to go through the field. Our leader out front here, which is he's shifting.
Oh!
Now there's where he probably would have had to use a little brake. Now, that'd be about the only spot you'd have to probably use brake, but he's you know what? That's unique. He's staying in 4th gear as opposed to Grusmacher was in 5th. What is Mitchell? 4th gear? 5th gear. Let's see here. So that's Boyle sitting in 3rd. So
my question is Mitchell shifting between 4th and 5th, or is he all the way through 4th?
All the way through 4th. What Vincent was there was watching him. He was 4th all the way through. Let's see Mitchell out front here since he's out front. They're saying 4 all the way through. Wow. Whew. Now, with that said, in real life, I don't think you'd want to. Again, I'm going to say it like this. I don't think you'd want to because how long he's on that rev limiter or up there in them RPMs, after a while that motor's going to take a beating.
And that's exactly why I was wondering if he shifted to 5th because, as you just mentioned, your motor's going to take a beating. And that slow wear over time, you're going to slowly start losing horsepower to where you're not as fast later on in the race as you were at the start.
And again, we are on a virtual world, so I'm not sure how much of that transitions over here on the virtual world from the real world. Obviously you can blow a motor here in iRacing and so forth. It'll be interesting to see how this race plays out, whether or not, there he goes up on the wall a little bit, whether or not that will hurt these motors. I mean, is that going to be something to factor later on?
And to tell you the truth, I've got no idea with that one. I've never had to encounter something in that situation.
Right now, we got a battle for the lead. Mitchell, Vincent's not giving up on him. And remember, those two were the two we were watching that were staying in fourth gear. Now Shane is doing the same, but Boyles is not. He's in fifth. So obviously, it really doesn't matter depending on, it's not slowing either one of them down. It's just, I'm curious of what's going to happen later on in the race. Also, too, fuel mileage. You got to be burning more fuel being in fourth gear. That you got to be. Now, that I would say I don't see how you would not be burning more fuel.
Yeah, typically the larger revs mean, of course, your engine's moving faster. It's revs per minute with your pistons, and that typically comes with a higher fuel consumption.
That's what I would think. Even though they are staying, close here speed-wise, I would think these guys right here, man, they're getting awful racy up there, man, between each other. See if Vincent doesn't get out of it, but I would think that they are burning more fuel. That's something we'll have to keep an eye on when they make their pit stop as opposed to anyone else out here. As far as speed goes, though, does not seem a difference in factor. So my two concerns: fuel mileage, and then whether or not that motor's going to last. Again, I'm not 100% sure on the motor part because I go back on the inside here, going to show y'all something. And you see those other gauges, they don't move. To my understanding, there's no way to really tell what the water temp is on these. I don't know. Is there any way to telemetry that? Because not that I know.
I think you can see it on the black box. It's one of those many different options, but I have not found it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't, yeah. So, other than that, maybe that the temperature, heat, et cetera, of it, we'll just have to watch how the race plays out. It is interesting. I mean, speed-wise, though, it doesn't look like to slowing either of them down. Now it's just going to be curious of whether or not fuel-wise. And we are working on lap 44 right now. Should be getting close to pit stops.
Yeah, about 2/3 or just over 2/3 of the way to them. So these guys are probably going to start thinking about, hey, do we want to come in early? Do we want to run it completely to the end?
Here right now, Shane Florida man up front. Got a good lead after all them guys back there battling behind him. You can see it, Mitchell, man, Vincent, Boyles. Omacheski up 2 spots now. And you're starting to see the guys that are really good on the long, long runs come through the field. Bunched up right there. Hammond's oil slips just a little bit.
And somebody else want to say, we were talking about earlier about how just the qualifying kind of sabotaged him. Dylan Grutzmacher slowly making his way. Right there, you see him at the end of that clip. He's hunting down these leaders. He's got a good car in this long run from what it seems.
It does. So he might be one thinking here, let this thing keep going long run. I like it so far. See what we got. He's up on that top side. He sees that big pack. As long as they keep battling like they are, he might be able to reel them in. He's up to the 11th already right now. Watching this big battle here. Phillips, Boyle, Sanchez, Carr, and company. They're all on top of each other.
And if I'm Shane Clore out front, I want to see that all behind me. These guys just all on top of each other. Now, Cole Macheski, he's got a little bit of a buffer if they keep on battling the way that they are, but I think Phillips might have just came through there at the end.
Yep. Got Mitchell here, too. Boyle's battling. Now they go all single file. Matt Hammond's right back there in the mix, too. Sanchez, a car in front of him battling. That car right there in the mix of them. The 37 machine. Good run so far between these guys. Scores checked out though. 0.8 second lead out front.
And I want to say if these guys get themselves sorted, they could probably go and catch him. But if they battle like they were, that allowed Clore to get that lead, he's just going to keep stretching it out.
Yeah, because you saw Cole Macheski at last lap was actually about a tenth and a half faster than Clore was. Got to get around here, been quick battling with Vincent. He's actually cleared him now, so we'll see what he does. Got Phillips back here a little bit better with Boyles there too. Got Carr. Timothy Lathan, who put it on pole here tonight, back here in the 9th place spot, falling off just a little bit. He's running back to 10th, kind of get out of this mix of machines here with Carr, Hammonds and company. 17 right there. On 3 wide. Good little battle there. Oh, first one on pit road, Boyles.
And he was... No, Boyles was in 5th, wasn't he? It was Vincent and Mitchell that were hanging out in 4th.
Holloman also on pit road. So first takers here tonight. They got 4 sets of tires to kind of see what they got. Bruce Michael, we were talking about him. Picking them off one by one. He's up to 9th.
There goes Hammonds in as well.
From this point on, you're going to start seeing him come in like you. Anywhere between that, it's like 52 to 55. We're still controlling it though. Battle right here for 4th and 5th. Sanchez and Vincent mixing it up here on the track. Kind of how you see it here. You see these little cluster style battles. They will file for a while, then they'll get, one guy, then he'll take that look on the inside, try to take it from them.
And it's that little move. It'll just slow the both of them down a little bit to where, hey, a 3rd car or maybe even a 4th would join in. And that's where you really see the cluster up. It starts with just one car slowly gaining and going to make a pass, but not being able to fully complete it.
Absolutely. Right now, man, it's all 4 out front. Obacheski's right along with him. Phillips right there sitting in 3rd. Sanchez up in the 4th and Vincent in 5th. Rounds at your top 5. Got some pit stop. Should be coming up here under green. Carr. I got Alex Carr and Greg Carr there. Nose to tail between them two. And Bruce Markle, we've been watching him. He's up 15 spots right now in 8th. Got to go back here to Bender, who's actually up 15 spots himself. And then Jorgensen's up 13 along with Stevens. So Bender, Jorgensen, and Stevens, and they're actually battling with each other right there. So 15, 13, and 14. So we got some heavy movers so far through the field.
Yeah, and it's like you said, kind of those long run cars that we've seen a little bit. That have at least speed with the long run typically that did not qualify well, and now since it's coming towards the end of the fuel window, they're slowly bringing their way to the front. As you saw Boyles there, he's already pitted for fresh tires, just flying between those 2 cars.
Oh yeah, so much better on the newer tires, man. Able to get it up there. Bender right now, Jorgensen, excuse me, right there along with him. Mitchell, so good run. Making it so far, man. All these.
The leader, Clore, is in.
He is, along with Sanchez, going to come in there with him too. Now you'll probably start seeing most of the field with him coming in with these guys now. I think that's too early for him.
I don't think it's too early at all. It was a rough estimate of 61 laps on a tank of fuel. They're coming in lap 56. So, not or lap 57. Not too early at all.
Tire and fuel. Okay, we got Gerlach and Carr coming in now. McClure's on his way out. Puts Cole Macheski up front for the moment. Yellow flag.
I was about to say, I think I saw the pace car's lights ignite as Clore was getting off pit road.
Greg Carr. Wow, okay. See what happened to Greg? He's in the 36 machine. Oh,
He went to pit.
he just got run over by the lap car. Thinking about pitting. He might have had to was slowing down for the car in front of him. I don't know if he was exactly going to pit. I think he was slowing down for him, and that car just boom ran into him. It was a case of he was just kind of maybe just slowing down for that car that was
Nah, I think he was going to pit. He downshifted into third right there.
a late entry for pitting.
Late entry and way up the track for it.
Yeah. Tough one. Well, let's see what that does, because it mixes the field up really good here, because it does put us as a lap down. Fortunately, guys like Shane Moore, Boyles is going to opt on pit road. Wow. He's going to give up his wave around. Interesting. Didn't get the lucky dog. At least it didn't show him.
I think
the
I
lucky
might
dog.
know why he came in. I think he's got a little bit of damage on his left front. Unless that's just some light refracting off the car.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing something damage-wise, obviously. Yeah, it is. You can see it a little bit. He's doing something fix-wise. Yeah, he's fixing something. Okay. That will definitely leave him a lap down. Obviously, Shane Clore's going to have to do the wave around. I think Alex Carr was the one who got the lucky dog. Okay. Interesting. About to see what you guys do. That's pretty long green flag. Oh.
About a full fuel cycle, so we were just in the middle of green flag stops, which is why everything's a jumbled mess now.
Oh, Cole Macheski out front. Phillips. The old Grusmacher, man, that worked out great for him.
Yeah, it did. He's one of those guys, which I think, as we were talking about the difference between fourth, fifth gear, fourth gear, of course, thinking is going to burn a lot more fuel just because you're higher up on the revs all the way around the track. And fifth gear kind of gives you a little bit to save. Grusmacher, he was staying in fifth gear, so if he was able to kind of save it, he could have went longer. So, hey, about half the field came into pit. He didn't have to yet. Gains tons of track position. I think before that cycle started, he was around 11th, 12th. Now look, he's fourth. 8 places gained just because of that.
Absolutely. Line them back up 2 by 2. Go back green here tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League here, Master Series. We got the favorite college theme here tonight. Old Macheski's there with them out front. Going to come off caution here. Hope everybody has a good Christmas time as lights off this time, and we'll go back green.
Got a question for you, Joe. How prepared are you?
Pretty much there. Pretty much there. Got to wrap everything now.
I'll tell you what, I ain't anywhere close. I only just started today.
Oh, okay. I do it because I get a lot of stuff online. So go ahead and get it online, get it here. Maybe might knickknacks in the store or something, but for the most part, it's big stuff's here. All right, but my kids are 19 and 30. It's easy when they're young. Just buy them toys.
And then when they're older, it's just, hey, here's some socks, here's some books, here's some clothes, there's some cash.
Good for it. Not as, I mean, you still try to find something they like, but what don't they have throughout the year? That's the thing. Okay, well, what you like, you do, or so forth. Race cars in. Here we go. Cole Macheski out front with Phillips. Oh, how close y'all are, man, already out there. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing in Atlanta. How hectic it's going to get here on these restarts now. We did see, though, on those pit stops, the tires really did play a factor on about, 40-some laps, 50-some laps, different tires it did. Let's see how well it plays a factor on maybe 3 to 4 lap difference. Don't think we'll see it right now. You might see it as race goes on. Actually, right here around about 11th place spot. And Ingsman, man, he actually got pretty good there too. He was up 14th. They're in 11th. I'm really going to be watching how Clore and them comes through the field. He pitted at lap 56, so he's about 3 laps off. He'll be there in 51. So it'll be interesting to see how well that car was able to come back through the field, because he was dominant before that caution.
Dominant indeed. So it's really interesting. Right there, look behind Grutzmacher. They were 3 wide, almost leaning on each other with how tight they were racing, just trying to get side draft, I feel.
That is right there. That's Jorgensen, Stevens, Tucker, Bender. Like I said, Ginning's been there in the mix too. Phillips 3 wide again up there, a little tight. Right there's Phillips. Whew. Feeling it. Who did I see? That's Mitchell.
Mitchell. He's powering it around the outside. That's 2 positions he's made up in 2 laps. No, not 2, but 3 or 4.
You might want to take that lead up front there and see what he can do. Cole Macheski's still leading. He's doing that high side. He's got it working so far, the high side, that is. A good momentum run off the turn. Going to head off in turn 3. Able to drive that thing in the turn there. And it doesn't get tight either. You didn't see the car man go up the track, so it held.
It holds, and then he just has a great run off from that high side as well through the whole stretch. Oh, bouncing off the wall there. That's not going to help.
He's able to drive that thing in the turn and it still not get tight. It's actually sticking. He's got a good rotating setup there on that thing. That thing is really stuck. It's actually rotating through the turns quite well. Be able to drive it in that deep and it not shoot up the track. I mean, look at it. It's planted. Now, how planted will it be as the tires wear off? We're gonna see. That'll be the $1 million question.
That is the $1 million question, and just great driving around the outside. Absolute power move, as I'd like to call it. As though something happened off exit of 2 there, and now he's just losing tons of time and spaces.
Yeah, well, we saw him earlier pump up the wall just a little bit there. Maybe got a little wiggly coming off. He was driving that thing in there deep in those turns, and after a while, you're going to have to back the turn up, even if you're able to drive it in there. Setup's not going to, stay stuck that well throughout the whole series.
No, now it's Grutzmacher's turn here. He's on the outside of Cole Macheski looking for the lead.
Yes, he is, man. Up front, 22 spots. Got the benefit of that caution out front there now. Grutzmacher, man, the man there to the point. We were talking about back here, too. Shane Clore just not been able to get to the field. Because that 3-lap difference in tires really are showing. I mean, because his last lap was an 86. They're 50 and 46.
He's really marred back in traffic as well. Getting the wave around, you got to go to the tail end of the longest line. So you're stuck behind 20 or so off cars. Taking it.
You can see it right now. He's got a little breathing room right there. Try to sit back, see what he needs to do. See how the car feels, see how the car's going to react back here. And now, here's another thing I talk about, even with fixed setup. You see guys get out there, they jump out front, and they dominate the race. They're out front most of the race. And then later on, a pit stop or something gets them in traffic, whether it's in 5th place, 10th, or 15th. But it gets them in traffic, and then they're just not able to get through the traffic. To me, it's almost, I look at that point as being, well, you know what your car's going to do out front in clean air, but you don't know what it's going to do in dirty air. This could be kind of my setup's great when I'm out front running, you know, or maybe just have one car in front of me and I can just pass them. Now I've got a bunch of cars. I need to see what this setup's going to do now. And from what I'm seeing right now, he's struggling just a little bit. He's going to have to try to maybe pick them off one by one here.
Struggling a little bit. I mean, I'd say that was for sure. It really was struggling when he had about 3 cars 3 wide in front of him.
Yeah.
But going here one by one, he doesn't seem to be doing as bad. At least he's able to pick them off maybe one every lap or every 2 laps. But as you were going back to talking about how your car feels out front versus in a pack, I'd focus on how my car feels behind other cars in a pack. Right. That's more important than out front. If I get out front, I can learn to deal with that. But if you have your car set up to be out front the whole time and you find yourself in the middle of a pack, that's something you weren't expecting. Car is going to be totally different, and you're going to have to make major adjustments.
Well, and you know, and then on the flip side of that, you look at Grusmacher. He had to come through the field 22 spots. He knows what his car feels like coming through the field, and right now it looks very good out front and maintaining. So there you go. So I mean, he's got it set up very good in traffic and, you know, out front. Now I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if it changed anything, you know, during the pit stop, because there's the thing that they have the advantage on as opposed to a fixed setup. You really can't change anything to brake BIOS. That's about it. On fixed, here you can change everything if you wanted to. You know, put in some more weight, wedge, track bar, or whatever you call it, tire pressure. You know, a lot of things that you could actually change throughout to make these cars a lot different on your pit stops. So he could have changed them. Obviously, we don't know. That's when these guys wanted to come up and tell us, but they're not going to tell us. They're not going to give us that seat.
No, I don't think they will.
Look at the end of the race anyway. Right now, Phillips looking good, strong right there in the 5th place spot. Evans and Bender, you know, up 21 positions too. So heavy moving for those two gentlemen right there in the 7th and 8th place.
And they're a couple guys that I think we've seen throughout at least the last couple of races. I can't say exactly throughout the season have good long run cars, because we haven't had good long runs through most of the season so far, except the last 2 races. But those last 2 races, they seem like they had pretty decent ones. And again, shown right here, up 20 somewhat spots. They're pretty good on the long run and have their cars kind of made for, as we were talking with the Grusmacher, coming up through the field instead of just trying to be out front.
Absolutely. Right now, man, solid run for a lot of these guys up front. Grusmacher there with it. Benson's right there in the 2nd. Cole Macheski hanging the 3rd. 4th place Mitchell. 5th place there Phillips. They had 1 caution so far tonight. Definitely a good run for these guys out front. A bad run here for Jorgensen there in 11th with Ginningsman right behind him in 12th. He's got a battle with Alex Carr there in the 12th place spot. But yeah, runs for a lot of guys out here. Old Macheski, though. Got a battle right now. Mitchell's there.
Yeah,
got a lap car.
No, that's the top 4 right there. All that you can see. Got Vincent inside of Grutzmacher, and then Cole Macheski and Mitchell side by side for third. Whoa, little wiggle out of a couple guys there, Phillips included.
Vincent peaked. Also a little momentum. Got Mitchell going to come on his back door. Cole Macheski's there with him.
At least earlier on, we saw Mitchell. He was able to stick it around the outside, just drive it deep, and the car just did not move out from underneath him. Though I don't think he can do that still. His tire's just a little too worn for that. Vincent, though, great run off of 2, looking to the inside of Grutzmacher for the lead.
Yeah, and he looks like he's going to take it, man, to that inside. No, the car just got tight, washed up the track. And see how well he can hold it coming off the turn. He's going to, man. I thought there for a minute he wasn't going to be able to. He was going to, wash up the track. He was going to lose momentum. Able to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think he washed up a little bit, and Grutzmacher trying to give him space, moved up, but then he got tight and had to get out of the throttle. So just let the 33 pass him by.
Yeah, still early. Got a lot of racing left here on it. You've been able to make it through the field up 21 spots. No need, man, to get up there and get something trouble, getting a wreck or whatnot. See what your cars. You already know what your car's gonna be able to do out front. You already know what it's gonna do here in the going through the field. Your adjustments on the next pit stop. Mitchell right there behind him, along with Cole Macheski and Phillip. This battle here, Bender, Phillips. There's Phillips and Cole Macheski.
Now Vincent, you're kind of blown away from these guys right here, as you see battling side by side, almost 3 wide maybe. Not quite, just everybody kind of battling here for second. That's just allowed Vincent. He's got a nice gap to second place, just over a second.
Racing up front so far, man. Vincent and Mitchell right there along with it with Cole Macheski and company. Battle, man, brewing right here for second, third, and fourth. Right here, Shane's been able to move up to 13th now, picking them off one by one. Got Jenningsman right there, been still hanging on in the 13th place spot. Mitchell, a couple cars, man, unfortunately, lap down here tonight. Starting with, Boyles, who had to take a little bit of damage. I think he got it cleared up a little bit out there. Holloman, Zozak, Jones, and we got
Oh, that's Mitchell.
I put no caution on. Back here. Like he just got lost it. Lost it coming out of the turn. Right going down to the infield.
A great save, though. Keeps her from spinning out on track away from a caution and just finishes mowing up the lawn.
That's it. The landscaping is always, like I say. If it going to look, hell, I was going to say don't look like damage, but a little bit of damage like on that front nose, unfortunately. Okay. Get it fixed. Get back out here going. Files all Vincent up front. 1 second lead, man, over Cole Macheski. Starting to spread out a little bit, these top guys here with a Phillips Bender, who's up 23 spots, man. Bender right there. Gruschmacher, man, hanging on. Still in the 5th place. Latham there. Tucker, we ain't really talked about old Tucker, man, much tonight, but he's right there just hanging around in the 7th place spot. He changed up his paint scheme now. He's got a black one out here. Looks like Elliott Sadler Esports. Okay. Can't read what's on the hood.
That's the Bible verse, from what I believe.
Yeah. Well, folks, go look up Luke 21:19. Probably tell you what's on the hood. I can't read it too fast for me. Nice paint job. He was been running a Stars and Stripes one here the last couple weeks. Northern Enforcement.
Yes, that is his Instagram and other profiles. That's his
okay.
That's his username on there. That's his social media name.
Gotcha. Okay. Maybe we get who's that right here? We can maybe Latham will run up. There we go. You can see a lot better. Northern Enforcement 39. So go check him out. He's on Twitch. There it is. Okay, go on Twitch. Check out Northern Enforcement 39. Good to see an in-car. I will not say if he, viewer discretion advised. I won't say that. So, if he says anything at all. I don't know. I know he has his, what is it? I guess I'm going to say it's his wife.
Mother.
He has his fan club. It's always yelling with him. He's the one that hears him from upstairs and downstairs. Yelling. If he's doing good or doing bad. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Whether he's doing good or doing bad, we always see it. Right now, he probably should be happy. Kind of quiet on the track tonight, though, but just kind of maintain him right there in 6th place spot. Usually, we're used to seeing him up front dominate.
That's what we're used to seeing him out front like that. But again, a quiet night with a solid finish position. I wouldn't be mad about that in the slightest bit.
No, I mean, he's up 5 spots. I mean, qualifying wasn't too bad. Again, the way this race playing out, and I talk about this a lot, Auto Club effect. This track here's kind of bringing that out. It's where it's like track position is really crucial. You can see maybe tires do matter a little bit, but it's more long runs we've got here. So kind of a stable car. For the most part, a lot of these guys looking pretty stable out here, and just kind of just driving the track a little bit. I think that's kind of what Tucker's doing right now, just being really patient here on the track. And he's sitting right there in 6th place spot, trying to work over the back of Gruschmacher. I mean, he's taking a little lower line. He looked pretty even so far. And who was it? Broke the car and put it away.
10 minutes of repair required for Holloman.
Holloman, man, I hate that. Well, 10 minutes of repair. We didn't see what happened to you. What happened to you? Didn't show me Holloman. Great car. Said it went off the track and back on. See what happened to him. Usually when it says that, sometimes it means to took the tires off the track or something. Do the tri-oval when he got his wheels off or something. I don't know. We'll watch right here. It said he went off track and came back on. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, never mind. No, he went through the grass.
again, another great save, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to be careful there, folks. I mean, even on the virtual world, I mean, iRacing's got it down pat pretty good as far as, getting debris on your tires and showing the difference between, obviously a hot, slick, getting debris on it and all that stuff sticking, and then it being no traction. And you go from that to having all the traction, a lot of traction, and then go from a lot of debris on it, no traction. So you've got to be careful out here transitioning between that and back on the track. You can't just go full blast again. Careful. On here though, still he's a lot of points to know. Ben Stevens. Got a lot of guys going through the grass here.
Well, I guess Atlanta doesn't have to pay the lawn crew this weekend. Tucker
Hey,
being
lie.
quiet tonight. He has quit singing.
Quit singing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Was he singing Jingle Bells? Here comes Santa Claus. See what here happened to Ben Stevens watching the replay. Same thing. Came off the turn, just hitting. Whew, it was a little more violent, so luckily he was able to hang on to that one. Okay. Seems like to me they're getting a little tight coming off that turn 4, popping the wall a little bit. That's typical Charlotte style right there, In Charlotte, you get a little bit tight coming out of turn 4, and you tend to, if you push a little too hard, boom. Boy, what? Oh Lord! Read that. Which song was he singing? George, good night. Can you imagine him out there just driving and singing?
As a matter of fact, I can. He did that last night.
Oh my Lord! Folks, go on his Twitch channel. He might be singing to you. There you go. He needs to quit singing because he's losing the positions right now. Or maybe start singing again. I don't know. He fell back a couple right there because he was up a few. Or was able to make it around him there with Grusmacher. Fact is that maybe he hears they're talking about it too, and he's getting all, but coming behind him, slowly but surely making his way back to there. Yeah. He got marred back in traffic, called a lap down on that caution. And has been able to, claw his way back, and this is kind of what Clore wants because, he wants to put himself in that position to if we have green flag stops, and he's right there, not too far off. And it looks like Will Phillips is going to be the first one on green flag. And let's go back on cockpit here because remember last time we were watching, Clore
Still right there in fourth.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell, and see, he's in a draft in fourth. That's got to be. How is that not hard on the motor? I mean, in real life, your crewman probably would be yelling at you.
I would believe so.
Yeah, he would be like, "No way, don't." The motor's not going to survive through, especially a long distance cup race. Ooh, I'll let you pop the logs to it.
Core's going to cut him a break, though, kind of let off and then give him a
I got a little bit of that verse
front.
there on that front. Says stand firm and something on the other part. Maybe Cassidy. Tell us what that verse is. Able to read a little bit. I'm just kind of curious here, and obviously speed difference. There is no speed difference between fifth and the fourth, but there's got to be a difference, whether it's fuel or engine. Now you can see right there he let off the gas just a little bit because he didn't want to run up in the back end. Tucker saw that because RPMs fluttered just a second. So that told me right there he did let off the gas, or he drug the brake slightly.
I can answer your question, Joe. It says stand firm and you will win life.
Okay, there you go. Man, that's a good thing to go at it. This up front, man, here we go. He's going for that lead. Or is Tucker going on pit road? No, I thought he might have gone pit road. No. But let's ride on board with Tucker and see what he's doing. He's in fourth gear also. Out of fourth gear. I mean, he's in fourth. Vincent's in fourth. Kolmacheski's in
Vincent with a
fourth.
wiggle right there off of 2.
Yeah. Okay, so Grusmacher is the only one in fifth. Okay, so now I'll be curious. Let's look. Grusmacher pitted at 59. Vincent and Kolmacheski pitted at 59. Let's just see then how long the difference is they stay out, because that I think right there has got to be the most effective on it is fuel mileage. Well, keep doing that, ain't gonna take that long. And then again, I could just be blowing smoke up here in the booth, man, Wes. It could be just no difference, but in real life, in real racing, yes, there would be a tremendous difference between that. Whether it would just be fuel mileage or, like we said, the engine itself. I mean, don't grant it, NASCAR motors are pretty strong. They can withstand and take a lot, but it is mechanical. Can fail. It's still either way. Maybe if you're out there in the chat, what's your view on what you're seeing here? Obviously, speed difference really is not a big difference between it, but there's got to be a fuel. There's got to be a something. Hey, they battling. I'm gonna take advantage of this battle right here. Now it makes me curious, though, in real life, do they stay in fifth gear here and just...
I think they do stay in 5th gear. Whoa, big wiggle out of Grusmacher right there on exit of 4. I believe they do stay in 5th gear, at least in real life, with the new configuration. With the old one, I'm not quite sure if I could say that 100%.
I just looked it up, and it is interesting. Yeah, they use 4th and 5th at Atlanta in an next-gen car. Typically, 2 4s on the backstretch and back into 5th. So, now that would make sense to me. But to keep it in 4th the entire time, yeah, in real life, I'm going to say you're asking to blow that motor, Scott. That makes sense then. And we were talking earlier right there, you remember we saw that brought out our caution. You saw how kind of deep Clore went into that pit stop, and I think you're right. The other gentleman there was trying to come in and maybe swing it wide like we just did. Couldn't, just got hit from the back side. But back on the topic of the shifting thing, that makes more sense to me. That you would stay 4th gear, maybe through the turns, and then back stretch you'd hit the 5th gear. Here, though, they're staying 4th. Kolmacheski's still out front, got a 0.7 lead. And watching, I mean, the biggest takeaway here would be, I think, fuel. Remember we were talking about Vincent and Kolmacheski. They pitted on 59. Grusmacher pitted on 59 also. How long can, let's say, Kolmacheski and Vincent go as opposed to like a Grusmacher? And Alex Carr, for that matter, he pitted on lap 57. Fourth, but looked like he's actually driving that car hard. You can see he's actually...
A good bit out of the gas there.
Yeah,
letting it coast a little bit. I think trying to save.
Not, because the other ones are going full on red by the time they get there. It's on red, but saving a little bit on that one there in front of him. Maybe looking to maybe go one more stop is what he's thinking about. Switchman there. Bad Dog 101. Go check him out. see the different strategies out.
It is definitely interesting. I would have never thought about the difference between 4th and 5th. I probably would have stuck it in 5th and went the whole way around.
Yeah, just curious if they're. Yeah, obviously I just read right there. Yes, they do use it, but they also it's a shift between 4th and 5th, which makes sense to me in that sense. They're gaining the speed of 4th, but they obviously got that motor live and put it back into 5th because you left it on. What is it, 9,000 RPMs the whole entire race? And whoa,
back her down.
Car, a little bit in the grass there, helping them out. You held this thing 9,000 wide open the whole entire time. Not very good. The engine builder's probably going to be out there, man, screaming at you.
Yeah, the boss ain't going to be too happy, I would say.
No.
Fucker, whoa. Seems like he might be coming in.
Yeah, so he came in earlier than them. So let's. Then I don't know what the advantage then is. What is?
Maybe just driver feel.
Yeah. Interesting.
With fourth gear, at least we can see you could keep your revs higher, which I always feel gives you a little bit more turn throughout, a little bit more rotation throughout a turn.
Yeah,
whereas fifth gear, you're a little tighter.
That's
so
what
it just
I would
might
think.
be that what it is.
Yeah. And I'm with you on that one. The only thing is guys that are in 5th able to hold the guys that are in 4th. So it's like I'm like you. Maybe it's how they have it set up. Because we're not really seeing too many tightness out here tonight. Actually, what I'm saying, a lot of these cars look pretty planted. Obviously when they go side by side, we've seen a couple of them get a little bit washed up the track. But I don't know about you, but what I've seen here on the track so far, these guys, drive-wise, these cars actually look pretty stable. Not really seeing no rear ends coming out from each other, looseness. So as far as races go for the season so far, of all the tracks, this is about as stable as I've seen this car be. Usually we're used to seeing the rear end just go shoot on around. Now, as I say that, now we're going to start to see a slew of them coming. And they're not running the huge downforce package. You can kind of see right there. I mean, closer look. Car wings not that big. It's a little bigger than what you would run, I think, on the short track, but it's not the super speedway package that they normally would have. You'd see that wing would actually be a lot bigger on the back of it. Plus, the valences and stuff on the front different. Obviously, horsepower is different. Well, if I'm honest, they do use a different style plate. They call it a spacer here and a plate at the plate tracks. So we're spacer racing. So they limit the horsepower a little bit. Not a lot. But it is a different package than what you'd see at a short track. Not the same package that you would see at the, say, like a Daytona, Atlanta. But it's still, from what I'm seeing, I don't know about you, Wes, but what I'm seeing, though, this looks about as stable as I've seen this car all season.
I completely agree with you. Nobody's really looping it. We've seen a couple guys get squirrely and go for a little
right
run.
here off the track. Huge went, I just saw it come up there, man. Sorry about that, but go back and watch it quick. We've seen this a couple times tonight. Dave right here, he's fat stretch pretty good. Only part of the track, and I go back on kind of what I was saying there. The only part of the track where I've seen the car get a little tight is here off 4, which is typical. That's not the first time we've seen one kind of get bobble and go a little bit sideways.
Whoa! Rabbit jumping.
Yeah. Hurt your suspension a lot. Now, that right there was more of just kind of got back on the throttle, kind of overdrove a little bit on the back out of the turn. We've seen a few of them get a little bit tight coming in. Genningsman, the only one that is not pitted yet. 10 and 4, so. Oh, well, he's saving. Okay. That told us right there what he's doing. All right. Latham put it on pole tonight, by the way, out there. Good. We see what Genningsman, I think he's looking for one more stop here.
He's looking to only make it one more instead of having to go two. Because everybody else, as they say right now, and as we're saying this, he's coming on the pit road, He's coming on the pit road. But everybody else, they for sure had to make one more. If he was able to go maybe another, I don't know, maybe 2 or so laps, he could have made it with just this stop he's taking now.
He pitted at 59, 59 to 130, 60 to 40.
He probably can still go
80
make
laps. He went 80 laps roughly. Let me close. Too close. 130 to 190 or 60, over 30, 60. 75 laps, and he went 80. I think he could do it. All right.
65 laps and he went about 80. Yeah, I think he could do it.
Oh, all right. All right. Let's see. So you've got Phillips pitted at 106, 109 at the top. The nearest guy would be, Floor pitted at 115. But 124 would be what Thomas Komacheski pitted. Be kind of in the area. I mean, the longest guy out there, Latham, pitted at 7, but roughly everybody's around 121, 124.
Gonna get interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he probably could do it too, because he pitted at 59 also, so that puts him in the 75 range. He's gonna put him around about 70, 75 to have to go. Oh, yeah. Phillips, no, he's gonna have to pit. Bender. I think Genningsman is looking to go just one more stop here. I think someone else too.
I don't think Genningsman's looking to go one more stop. I think he's looking to go to the end.
Yeah, my bad. To the end. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
27 of Latham.
Latham, he probably could too. I think anybody that's in that 27, when you're getting that 25, 24 is where you're getting close. Where Vincent and Komacheski, they're close. Tucker right there too. Not saying they can't make it, but I think they're close. I obviously Clore he's going to have to. I don't think Clore can make it. I really. Clore's praying for a caution. I really think a caution would help him out, because would help them all out really. But Clore where he's at, because if he has to pit, everybody else stays out. That's going to mar him back in traffic.
Or another thing I think that could help him, and this is just what I know from console racing on Heat 5. Get behind somebody running their draft with low RPMs and just save behind someone.
Yeah.
But not gets behind somebody that is so slow that it makes you lose a lot of time.
Oh, absolutely. Bad thing is the guy behind him is 2.3 seconds. The guy in front of him is 3.7 seconds, so he can't really catch a lot of the guys out there. Still see him wide open right now. So if you could get maybe, like you said, up against someone, maybe that's equal speed, like you were saying, than he is. Bender is going to be the one here who's going to be able to get close to Phillips, but they're going to have to pit again, no question about it. Vincent and Komacheski, though, now this might be where you were just talking about, because Vincent's only like a half second off here with Komacheski. You see him right there in front. So Vincent probably could play that part where you're talking about. Floor needs to pit. Good race here so far, folks. Guys out front here, we've had some green flag pit stops here tonight. Still only one caution out here, though. Getting to sit here, man. Christmas week here. Hope everybody's going to have a great Christmas out there and a Happy New Year. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series here tonight, folks. And we're a little over lap one up, around about 130 some here tonight with a 195 on the board. Folks, we'll step away, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And this one's a good one.
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as the Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I want to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words, passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community, are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. it's pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
All right, folks, are back here. Green flag out front. Phillip still got the lead, in control of this one here. Right now, we're looking at about 45 to go in this one here tonight. By good, had one caution out here. Had some good green flag runs. Bender right here, up 25 spots. But the top two guys we were just talking about before we went to break there, they will have to pit. There's no question. They pitted on lap 106 and 109. We were talking about it before that the closest ones here with Cole Macheski and Vincent. And remember, you were talking about Vincent and right on board with him because he's locked up, I think, right there behind Cole Macheski. And yeah, just
he's
right there.
Still right there at the top of it.
Yeah, it looked like it maybe didn't flat out. Yeah, it does on this straightaway. Kind of looks like he might be holding it. Yeah, see how it's not. Oh, right there, he finally got to it, but might be a little bit. Pressing it all the way down. I don't know if he's sure that he can save it all the way. We know he's close. He could have another lap or so. Or though. Well, we talked earlier, you talked about him, how far back he is. Now he can do what you were talking about. He's going to get closer to these guys and maybe just kind of ride behind him a little bit. See what he does here. We'll ride with him on it. It's going to go straight away. He's not quite close enough to hang that draft. You have to be a little bit closer, I think, to benefit from it.
Yeah, I'd like to say you need to be within about half a second, if not closer, to truly get the best fuel saving effect from the draft.
Right now, he's right there on that 0.9, right on the second behind Vincent. Is all up front. Bender says, man, I'm tired of riding behind Phillips right now. He's going to see if he can't take the lead, and he does. Phillips falls behind him, and these are the two up front. I'm pretty much for sure going to have to pit. They pitted at lap 109, 106. Then you come back here, Clore. I'm going to say he's going to have to come in, and Phillips is down on pit road. We were just talking about it there. Time to come on pit road, and he did. I'm going to say Clore's going to be that next one right there along the line, along with Kibbe. They pitted at lap 115, 117. It's going to be very, very, very close whether or not they can stay out. And then you got Grusmacher who pitted at lap 21. He's going to be another one. Tucker's right on that limit right there we're talking about, along with Vincent and Cole Macheski pitted at 24, along with Jorgensen at 25. Bender's coming on pit road himself, so it puts the top two leaders on pit road. Now, the question is, if you know you're somebody, let's say like Clore, that you're sitting there going, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to come in pits. When do you come in the pits so that way you're not sitting here, you don't want to get marred back too far back. You want to be able to have enough time to hopefully run back through the field to be able to get back up front to maybe salvage at least a good finish or maybe even a shot to win that. If Cole Macheski and Vincent.
Well, there's your answer.
Okay, there's my answer. And what I'm getting at, this is about right. This is probably what I would be thinking, because This right here gives him now enough time, and Kibby's coming in with him too, enough time now to come back through the field.
But now here's the question I want to know.
Right?
Is he taking tires or is he just going gas? There's two.
I'm pretty sure he's going to take those tires. Well, I mean, yeah, he jacked it up on the side there.
Yeah.
And it's a smart move. I don't, you know, and actually here comes Vincent on pit road. Okay, so it's answering a question with the top guys there. If these guys up front know they're going to have to pit, without a shadow of a doubt, come in now. Because that way you have enough time to make up the ground on. I talk about that a lot. I don't want to pit too far back because then you don't have enough time to make it up through the field. Now, the guy that we know, and you see our leader on pit road, that we know pretty much can make it is this man right here, Ganningsman. My question is, though, does he with these guys coming in as early as they did now? Because they could have enough time, unless he can get a huge lead out in front of these gentlemen. Yeah. They're going to come. They're going to be running him down on those newer tires.
And we also know a lot with before his last stop. He was cutting the engine off mid-quarter to save. I want to know if he's doing that right now or if that's just something he did a lot later in the run.
He's running that fifth gear too, and he'll go back to that fifth gear. I don't know, you know. See what yep, right there, he's saving. That tells him right there what he's going to do. He's not. Now, with that said, though, he's only 8.9 seconds ahead of Phillips, who was the one who just pitted. I don't know. I think Phillips and them's going to run that margin down easily. They're on a new set of tires, and when I say new, they're on 10, 20, 25 laps or so better tires than Ganningsman. Plus, he's out here saving like he is. Phillips and them are not going to be saving. They're going full blast. So that 8 second, they've already knocked a second off. They have plenty of time to get it done. This was smart pit strategy by Phillips and them. Floor, not that far off from Phillips and them. He's only about 6 seconds back from Phillips, 1.7 back from Komacheski. The reason I'm looking at these guys is because when everything kind of cycles around, these should be the ones up front. Say that, you've got Latham up here still. Latham real quick. Remember, he put it at lap 20. He's saving too. So he put it at lap 27. Now, he might be the one that we really need to talk about here because he has a 16-second lead over Phillips and a 9.5-second lead over Ganningsman. If he can stretch that thing and hold that distance right there, he might be the one to really look at here. Obviously, if a caution flies, forget about it. Everything we're talking about is out the window. As long as this thing goes green. Latham might be the one here sitting in the catbird seat right now.
I think so, and it's really interesting. I would have never thought about cutting the engine off mid-race when under a green flag scenario, but these boys trying everything they can to save fuel to not have to go into the pits again and lose all that time.
Jorgensen, another one right there, too. Guarantee you he's saving because he pitted at lap 125. No, he's not really. Okay. Well, Jorgensen probably, hopefully he's either feeling confident about his run here or something, but he's staying wide open in himself. He does have a 21-second lead, though, man, on Phillips, 16 over Ganningsman, 7.7 over Latham. Jorgensen feels like he's got enough fuel to make this thing the entire distance. There's nobody catching him. I mean, they're just, when I say nobody's catching him, I mean that they're just going to run out of time trying to catch him. Say it that way. It's not that they wouldn't catch him. Not with, what do we got, 35 to go? Now, laps will tick off pretty quick. We're running on the green flag here. Latham, let's go back here again and see. Yes, still saving. Ganningsman, we'll see if he's still saving. Down to 4 seconds on Ganningsman, by the way, between Phillips. When it was 8 seconds, yeah, he's saving.
Yep, he's still going.
Phillips and him's going to catch Ganningsman, without a doubt. It's going to be, I mean, Latham's down to 12.9 now. I feel like they might be able to catch Latham. The one that's going to be is Jorgensen. They're 20 seconds back. Won't be close. It all depends on how long it takes them to go around Genningsman and Latham. They just go blowing right by them, which they should, because right now they are 0.4 faster, half a second faster almost than Genningsman. They ran a 93 the last time, his 31:35.
My question is,
Okay.
it's not if they catch him. Yet I believe Phillips, they're definitely going to go get Genningsman. You can see him right there. Genningsman only halfway through 1 and 2 as Phillips enters into 1. But how quickly is Genningsman going to be able to hit his mark for if he's good or not to then go and push? Latham, I feel like he's got that extra buffer to where he can save a little bit more and get to his mark earlier, to where he then can go and push more. And Pops, Genningsman slideways.
Never mind it right there, man. You just saw that's the hiccup, man. The Genningsman did not want to have happen, and that pretty much just throws his whole scenario out right here. Wow.
Yeah, at that point, bring her down pit road. The gamble did not pay off.
No.
Come get fresh tires and some gas.
And now we're going to talk about Latham, who's 10 seconds ahead of this man right here, Phillips. And I think it's just pretty much a matter of he will catch him. The last lap was a 30.85 to 31.44, so he's a solid, not quite a second, I'm going to say about 0.8 faster than Latham. He's definitely got enough time. Now, it's 19 seconds for Jorgensen, though. That's going to be the next one there that I look at as we're going to get close to about 25 to go here. Yeah, as we click over to about 26 right now. Jorgensen is the one that really... yeah, he's all out going. Does he have enough fuel to make it? That's because if Jorgensen makes this thing without saving, then that brings into question of why Latham is saving. Because he put it at lap 127.
Spoke up front, car sideways in the wall.
There's a caution that they didn't want to. I say they didn't want to see, but actually, Genningsman
I think that's
probably
what
wanted to see.
Jorgensen was looking for.
Yeah, and Genningsman at this point was looking for. Let's go back and watch what happened. It actually was Boyles coming out of the turn. He didn't get so lucky going through the infield like everybody else. It was just bouncing and hopping everywhere, and nobody hit him. Wow.
Some tight squeeze right there.
Yeah, it was. I can watch one more time. Problem area all night long, coming out of turn 4, going through the field. He just did not get the bounce he wanted. He came out from under, but well, this throws out everything we're talking about, fuel mileage wise. And I think really Genningsman was the one who just got saved here. Maybe Clore also was another one that got saved. Yeah, it's going to help out Jorgensen, but did not get the bounce.
Got some air, and then I don't think he could save that afterwards.
Everybody on pit road, maybe.
I don't think I saw.
Grusmacher's the only one that's going to stay out. He gets a lucky dog.
Yeah.
Or
I don't think I saw Latham go in. No, he's not. He's right there on the track.
No, Latham went in.
Oh, he did? Oh.
all top went in. So smart move on their end. Well, this brings up a new ball game here now. It's pretty much, it's not fuel saving. It's whoever's got the best setup. It's go time now. I really want to say, I ain't really got a favorite out here, but from what I've seen, I mean, we know Tucker's fast. I'm going to say Clore is going to be a dangerous one there to look forward to. But, I mean, you have Phillips, Vincent, I don't know, man. That whole top 7, 8, 9, that whole 9, that's a tough one, man, to say who's going to come out of that one because all those guys are fast.
I agree with you. I want to look at, though, who's come up through the field the best.
Jorgensen's up 25 spots. Well, the best I want to say Genningsman. Or Genningsman, it's probably been the best because remember he qualified way back in the back. He's up 17. He has come up through, and Grusmacher too, right there with it. So those two are probably the two that have really, Grusmacher really, so much so coming. We've seen him come through the field and actually lead early on. Well, we've not seen guys like Tucker. He's been quiet all night long. Really not been a, I don't want to say, use lack of a better word, factor in the race. He's really not, I mean, he's got speed, but he's really not shown the dominant speed we're used to seeing. We know Clore has come through the field. I don't know, at this point, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Phillips and Vincent's been up front there. Latham obviously putting it on pole here early on. Wes, I don't know. I mean, if you're a gambling man, this would be a very tough one up here.
Odds or evens?
Yeah, odds. It's even right now. I guess if I had to, and I only like picking someone who's been an announcer. But I mean, Clore I've seen come through, but I don't know what y'all's feeling out there in the chat, folks. Man, y'all viewers out there, man, watching tonight. Been a solid race here, Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. This is only the second caution here tonight. But the old saying is, cautions breed cautions, and now everybody, where this was turning out to be like a fuel mileage race out front. I think Jorgensen was going to stay out there and was going to see what was going to happen in the end. Now it's pretty much, it's who's got the best setup, who's going to be able to come through the field. Unfortunately, on these restarts here, Wes, you've got to be aggressive. We've seen what happens. Everybody gets single file and spread out. We're going to see some guys make some moves here to get up through the field kind of quick.
Yeah. And one person that I think's really going to need to be able to, or really going to need to be super aggressive, Grusmacher, we said, he's sitting there. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. Just getting that wave around, but he's going to be restarting at the very back, so he's got a lot of ground to make up. I'm not saying it's not going to be impossible as someone's spinning there under caution.
It looks like Boyles. Yeah, he's out there just trying to do a spin job. Not having a 91. He had a good car. Lights off on the pace car. Here we go. Coming out of turn 4, going to set here, maybe set the stage for the night here at Atlanta. It's been a solid one here. Man up front, Jorgensen. Can he hold off the field with Phillips and company? Jorgensen gets the jump, back green flag. Everybody gets a good start. Heading off into turn 1, you're going to see a lot of side-by-side, and a lot of guys going to try to see if they can get some spots going. And right now, Jorgensen out front, and then Latham, and Phillips when they're duking it out there for the second place spot. Here comes Phillips, though. He's hungry for it.
Phillips on the bottom, Latham around the top. And Jorgensen just kind of sat himself in the middle of 2. I thought he was going to be split for a second, go through 3 and 4.
Latham right there goes out on the side. See if he can't block that momentum run by Phillips on that bottom side. Latham still on the high side, and it does. It checks up Phillips on that bottom lane. Allows Komacheski to get right there where he needs to be. The problem is you got Tucker. It's go time for Tucker man back here too. Car just seems like it's just not wanting to go for some reason. He's got a good solid kind of machine, but it just don't look like that speed is there. Well balanced, but kind of right now just kind of stuck.
I agree with you. Kind of stuck is the word I'd use. He's not, like we've said a couple times, he's not been flashy like what we're used to him. He's just kind of quiet night, but still right there battling for in 6th, battling for a top 5. It's not a bad finish for him. Just not what we're used to.
Yeah,
but I think he might try to be a little bit more aggressive here come into the race and try to get up at least to the top 3, if not the win.
Absolutely. Right there you see him, man, hanging on the 5th. Meanwhile, battle right here. You got Vincent in 2nd, Phillips, Komacheski sitting there in 4th. Tucker's in 5th place. Jorgensen has fallen, unfortunately, back in the 6th. You got Clore hanging on the 7th. Out front's all Latham. Right now, he put it on pole. He's out front. He's saying, man, I'm right where I want to be. I'm out front in this thing. You see what I got. Cars back here in the 9th place spot. Just give you an update on Grusmacher. Goes him in 11th. But remember, he had to come through all this field here. That's an uphill battle, man, and he's got to climb. So we'll have to keep an eye on, see if he's able to do it. But make sure your battling's going to be right here. Latham still lead. In we go. What Latham wants to see. He wants to see Vincent and Phillips battle.
Yeah, and it's not going to help with Phillips getting in the wall off of two. It's going to slow him down even more. So a little bit more of a buffer there as the 24 Golf Machine. I'm going to call it a Golf Machine because I see TaylorMade, I see Titleist, that's Golf Brands. That's what I know, that's what I love. He's sitting there battling that 33 as the 33's on his inside.
Yeah, it is. And Cole Macheski's back there, man, chomping at the bit, watching this battle, seeing what these two guys are going to be doing back there. Sitting here going, what's it? Oh, in the wall a little bit there for Phillips. Now they go single file. You got Tucker right there, so that's the top four guys on nose to tail for a moment. The Phillips looks to the inside. Tucker looks to the inside there. Cole Macheski, so battling back for second. Meanwhile, Latham's loving what he's seeing in his rear view.
I wouldn't be hating what I'm seeing if I'm the 18. Have them side by side and just go drive away. Worry about yourself.
Another thing we really haven't really talked about tonight is, does dirty air really affect these guys here? And I'm gonna say yeah, it does. Pretty much about every 1.5 mile track it should. Just how much we don't really know. Tucker now makes his way around Cole Macheski's by the 4th place spot. Start seeing him make his way to the front. You guys just won't give up on each other there for second.
But they really ain't, and it's not costing them much. They're still running about the same lap times as Latham up front. So even with this battle, and they're still just very fast.
Look at that last lap, 51, 51, 51, 49. What's the top four? That's close.
And look, they kind of singled it out. Now they're right onto Latham's rear bumper.
Yeah, Latham right there, man, slipped a little bit. He had a 64 to a 33.53, 42. So they actually made up some time. As you see, Phillips, when he got away, he actually finally got away from Vincent. Now he's able to reel back in. Latham trying to look to see if he can't take this lead away. He looks to that inside. Phillips looks like he's got a pretty good long run car here. We're down to 12 to go. It's going to be 11 when they cross the line this time by. Battle for the lead. Phillips is going for it. Latham's there with him too on the outside. Phillips able to make that pass with ease.
And even if Phillips didn't pass him there, as Latham in the wall off of 2, it's going to be a huge checkup.
Yeah, checking the field up like you said, man. He's unfortunately going to fall all the way back to 4th. Puts Tucker in the 3rd place for right now. Cole Macheski looking on back in the 5th. Jorgensen there in the 6th place spot. Kluwer kind of stuck right there in the 7th. Genningsman up in the 8th. Greg Carr there in the 9th. Jose Medina with a good run there in the 10th place spot so far. Good racing up front here. Tucker goes to 2nd. So, all right, let's see. Maybe Tucker's coming alive now. Start to sing again. It's the car singing anyways.
Beautiful deep pitch of the V8 underneath the hood.
Right. You have enough time to run down. Phillips right now has got about a half-second lead. Does he have enough time to run him down? Vincent right now, and well, look at this mess right here. Here comes Shane Kluwer. Well, he just woke up out of the blue, man. He came up through there. What he's able to do. Less than 10 to go in this one. 9 here tonight. Atlanta style.
He stuck her right on the wall there at top of 3 wide on the exit of 2. I think he gave it a little kiss, but it didn't hurt him, it seemed.
There in the 6th. Nose to tail with Cole Macheski and company. Look at the run he gets, too. Almost like that car's just woke up. Problem is, man, he don't like what he sees in front of him. Yeah, Vincent, it kind of slows all the momentum down. Like, stay out of my lane. Down low, please. Oh!
Let's talk about staying down low.
Woo. You know these guys are going for it now. Lewis found something on that top side.
Poor man, he's inches off that wall. I feel like he's basically scraping it every single time I see him up
right there. Bumped it a little bit. Bad part is he's going to get the momentum off the turn. The problem is, man, right there,
Nowhere to go.
Latham, nowhere to go. He's going to run up on the back end of Latham here. Yeah, I think Clore, out of all these guys, might probably be way faster. The problem is he's only got that one lane that he's got going. And
oh, there's a squeeze.
And he's going to want to go way down at the bottom, man, to make that pass. Like that car just gets tight down there on the bottom. I'm going to make it stick. Latham, that car got tight with him. He got loose. Woo! Floor got away. Now we're going to see how fast Floor is. Can he run down these guys up front? He's got 5 laps to do it. He's only 1.3 back. He ran a 106. Well, a little slower than the front guys was. So obviously you had to get around those guys, but you can get to Tucker. Talking about Tucker earlier, man, with a good finish right now. He's sitting there in third. Going to leave the battle on back here, though. Latham, Genningsman, and Jorgensen. Who's that in the, who's that?
21.
Alex Carr. Oh, he's the first one lap down. Bad night, though. He's in 13th. Floors chasing down Tucker.
He is, but I don't think he's got enough time to catch Phillips for the lead.
No. Time's just going to run out on him here as we're 3 to go. Probably will make it around Tucker, but run down Phillips. Yeah. His last lap was an 88 to 106 on Phillips. He is a lot faster, and so is Tucker's a little bit faster than Phillips. There's both of those guys there, and you see he had to get out of it there. And up on the back end of Tucker. 2 to go. No question is, does Clore make that pass on Tucker? How much does he push it here?
I'd say push it to get past him, but don't push it to wreck him.
True.
Top 3, hey, that's not a bad finish, but second place gives you just one more point than that. So push it to the point of where you can pass him, but not to where you wreck him and yourself. And you don't even have to be fully in front of him. Just right there going across the line. Tucker barely had a bumper in front. That's all he needs.
That car get a little bit tight in the middle of the turn, and then that's going to give the drive off the turn there to Tucker. Final time down the back stretch. All Phillips out front, unless he loses it coming out of the turns here. It's in. We're watching this battle for second, third, and looks like Clore is going to hang on to it out of turn 4. To the line. Tucker's going to come home in third. Clore's going to bring her home in second, but Phillips does hang on to win this one here tonight. What a finish, man, to this race here.
And I'd like to say if we had maybe 10 or so more laps, Clore might have gotten to him.
He had to battle a little bit too long back there around those other guys, and I think what slowed him up just a little. All in all, though, man, excellent race here today. Can't move Williams out of that room for some. Can you move Williams?
I cannot.
All right, well. Feel the guys up here, man, right now. What a run here tonight. Bring up old Tucker up here. Let's get a word with it.
Hey, Michael Tucker, it's Wesley and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Oi, mate.
Nah. Well, man, you didn't have quite the flashy nights like we were used to with you, where you're always up front and battling hard, but a little bit of quiet till the end there. Was it a plan to sit back and just let it run till something happened, or guard and not quite happy in the dirty air?
It was neither. It was the fact that my right front didn't like me, nor did my left front. I would think I'm saving tires, and then all of a sudden I push hard, and within 2 laps, my right front's pushing me plowing tight into somebody. So, tried saving tires, failed, and then kept getting pushed back further.
Well, besides the tire effect, we saw, at least what I was expecting was the low line to be dominant, but it looked like a lot of guys had a lot more success around the top. Was that what you felt as well throughout the race?
I would say the bottom is faster corner entry, the top's faster corner exit. It's just the way that the rubber's getting placed down. Like, if you go look in turn 1, there's rubber everywhere. So each line was working, but as soon as the inside would heat up, everyone would migrate to the outside. So it was very difficult to pass.
Well, difficult to pass, but you eventually pulled off at the end. P3, like we said, not the flashiest race, but a good solid one for it. Joe, you got anything for him?
Heck of a run tonight. Like you was telling before, man, it looked like back there. I mean, got to ask the question there. We were noticing a lot of guys were either running in 4th gear or 5th gear. Did you see any advantage or disadvantage between the two? Because it didn't look like from here. I know personally in real life, we were reading up on it that they do go from 4th gear, but they go back to 5th, shifting back in. And we could probably tell in real life with the motors. What about here on iRacing?
iRacing, it's the driver dependent. It's setup shop dependent. Like, I had 4th gear. Shane had 4th gear. I don't know what other gearing the other guys had, but I know 5 of us had 4th gear, and we were all staying pretty consistent within each other. Like, there's no advantage of the gearing other than you might go longer down the straights within speed, because I was topping out at 194. Some guys were beating me going into 1. So it's just a speed thing.
Well, I gotta tell you what, man, look fast out there. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish tonight, though? And great singing, by the way, is what stand out there.
Oh, were there? Oh, man.
I was.
Yeah. Jesse took a realtor. AMR Paintworks for this car. It's an amazing car. Elliott Sadler Esports, my actual team in this league, also Intent Racing. None of my guys showed up this week, so I was alone. My mom and dad for letting me do this. You guys for broadcasting. Dave and all the admins for putting this on. I gotta thank. Great.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my last one. That was my last one.
Okay. Well, man, again, congratulations there, Michael, man, tonight, man, on a good finish.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. It's Tucker, man. We'll bring up old Clore up here, man. Let's get a word with him, who did a fantastic runner and got up to 2nd.
Shane Clore, it's Wesley and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, gentlemen?
Nothing much. Great run from you at the end there. It seemed like you were a little bit marred back in traffic on that last restart, but then your car just came to life in the last 5 or so laps. You just started picking them off and managed to grab your way up to 2nd.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how they let me have the wall there those last few laps, because it was fast. I got squeezed out there to run. I think it was turn 3 and 4, and I noticed how much faster I was. So I was like, let's try it out, the 1 and 2, and I was just catching these guys. So it was a long, challenging night. Some of the unexpected cautions, but we did all right, I'd say.
I mean, you did all right, and one thing that really came into play was the green flag pit stops. That first one, just in the middle of the whole cycle, got broken up by that caution, and you got marred way back in traffic. You tail end of the longest line, basically, and had to fight your way all the way back up before the next round started, and then just kind of held position. Did you find trouble going in and out, picking them off one by one?
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. One lap made the difference of that, running top 5 versus top 20. Those first few laps, I was just like, let's hope for a long run. Let's take care of these tires. They'll come to you. So some of the guys kind of flew by me early on, but I just was thinking long term, and that's ended up what happened. So it was a fun night, fun race.
Fun racing. We always love to see it go long and green with these green flag pit stops and the whole strategy that might come from them. And right before that final caution, we were talking about the difference between saving and pitting. You, Phillips, y'all had pitted. Meanwhile, you had Ginningsman and who was it? Who was the other one, Joe? That was really saving. Latham. They were, and Jorgensen even up there, the top 3. They were hard saving, cutting the car off going into turns, while y'all were basically flat out. Were you worried that they were gonna make it to the end there, or did you think you were gonna be able to chase them down easily?
I think it would have been really close. I'd be curious to see what their perspective was on that, had it gone green, but I figured there was no shot that I could have even made it the whole way, even if I started saving before that pit stop. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go hard, try and get some freshies and see if I can't catch them.
Well, catch him he did. Came home second. Joe, you got something for him?
Well, pretty much answered right there. I was going to see how he really felt before that caution came out, because it looked like he had the coming through the field, maybe had a longer run for that fuel. Feel like you could have, if it would have stayed green, get back up to the front.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, right? It's iRacing, so I'd like to think that I probably could have, especially if we'd never even had a caution, maybe. But can't live in the past. We finished P2, so we'll take it. But it was a hell of a run from everyone.
Absolutely. Anybody you want to thank for a good finish tonight?
Yeah, just the guys at Conti for always putting out a good setup. My team, Goated Haas Esports, and just you guys for putting on the broadcast, the admin staff for dealing with all of us. Obviously, Biffle family, and just thoughts and prayers to the whole community that's been impacted by the tragic loss.
Yo, Sean, Dane Clore, man, right there, and see I can get Phillips up. Phillips, joint in the booth. You got a copy? Phillips, go right in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, I tell you what, you got out front and got this thing done. Now I got to ask, was that caution a blessing in disguise, or did you still feel confident about running those guys down if it would have went green?
No, I did not want the caution. I wanted it to stay green, but still got it done. I made a good pit adjustment that got me out front. Had a good restart and got it, finished the deal off.
Well, absolutely, man. Now, I was asking most of the guys out there, and maybe the difference between some staying in 4th gear and 5th gear. What was your maybe kind of opinion on the difference of that? Because some guys are running just all the way around in 5th gear, some are running in 4th.
Yeah, I like the 4th gear set, and then if I needed to save, I could just ride around in 5th. I think I could have gone maybe 68 laps if need be.
Nice, man. Hey, what, man? You had a definitely bad, fast machine. Had the pitch strategy down tonight. Got out front, man. Wes, that's kind of answers our questions on those 4th and 5th kind of things.
Yeah, I just want to say again with what Joe touched on. You said you wanted to go green, and it was a blessing, and that it wasn't something you wanted. You didn't want that caution. So you just thought you were going to be able to go and drive down everybody else in front of you, Jorgensen and Latham, that were sitting there. Well, Jorgensen wasn't saving, but Latham was. We could see that as he was cutting the car off going into the turns. You thought you were going to be able to run down and go get him before the checkered came out?
Yeah, I was looking at his lap times, and I figured I was going to catch him by at least about like 20 to go.
Well, hey, that's something good. And then that first caution is another thing I want to touch on. It kind of jumbled the field up. We know Clory, he got stuck back there and stuck back after that first caution that came in the middle of green flag pit stops. Kind of lost where you were exactly on that end.
Yeah, I stayed out. I didn't pit early like those other guys, and I think when I rolled out, I was third, fourth, something like that. I definitely got the better end of the deal.
Yeah, better end of the deal indeed. Before we let you go, though, great job on that win. And amazing seeing what I've now dubbed the Golf Mobile, seeing the TaylorMade and Titleist all over it. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, thank you guys, for broadcasting this. Thanks, James Staples, for bringing me onto the team. My teammate Brian, and the entire league here. Everybody who puts it on. But fun league. We're actually getting a lot of green flag laps in.
Well,
William Phillips, man, bringing it home tonight, and unofficial results here tonight, man, for our results as Phillips, man, puts it out front. Clover there in second, Tucker in third, Vincent held on there in the fourth, Coleman Chesky up in the fifth, Latham finishing off there in sixth, Inningsman able to pull her off there in the seventh with Jorgensen there in eighth, Medina finishing up in the ninth, and Greg Carr there in 10th. Like a Grusmacher there in 11th, along with a Bender there in the 12th place spot. All in all, a good race here tonight. I mean, 2 cautions here tonight, and a lot of green flag running, a lot of strategy out there. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. It's always great to see strategy and long green flag runs. I really would have liked to see what would have happened without that last caution.
Yeah,
it would have made the race so interesting. You heard there, Clore. He would have wanted to see what would have happened, how close it would have been. Phillips said he thought he was going to get Jorgensen and Latham by about 20 to go. So who knows what would have happened? We can't rewind time and make that caution not exist to know what would happen. But I would have loved to see it for sure.
Folks, man, I hope everybody has a good Christmas and a good New Year. We'll definitely see you back in a couple weeks here, man, for the Spartan Sim Racing League here, Master Series. For myself and everyone, have a good night.